Hey guys, welcome back to the game room. This is just a quick pickups and Christmas presents video, just to show you what I've picked up and what presents I got for Christmas from a couple of people actually, my wife and also Mike. You might have seen the video on Christmas Day of me unwrapping the present that he got me. Hope you guys had a great new year. I hope that 2016 also brings you some great things. So here is an N64. Now this one is RGB modded. My wife was hearing me talk about getting mine RGB modded and she decided to go one better and actually buy me one that already is. Now the cool thing about this one, I'm just going to show you the model details. If you'll notice it says NUS 001 FRA. So this is a French PAL N64 that was RGB modded by the guy that was selling it. And it's absolutely fantastic. I've given it a good go over Christmas, between Christmas and New Year. It's a really, really cool bit of kit, this one. And here is an Everdrive N8 cartridge. Again, the wife was observant and saw me watch a review of this on Adam Korolick's channel, the Figure It Out Productions channel. Basically, it's a flash cartridge for the NES. And it's good that she bought me the NES version because it means I can plug it into my Famicom converter. And I can actually use this on the Famicom as well. I was testing this on Christmas Day morning. It's pretty awesome, guys. And on Christmas Day, you would have seen me unwrapping this game, which Mike got for me, my awesome co-host of the Dave and Mike series of videos that we do. So this is Kamara's Street Soccer. And yeah, there's a reason why Mike got me this for Christmas. And we'll be covering this on a video at some point. And all will become clear during that video. So now we're going to move on to pickups. And there is quite a few of them. And there's some of it. And there's another part to it. So I'll go through the pickups. I've got No Fear Downhill Mountain Biking. Remember a friend of mine having this back in the day. And it's a pretty cool downhill mountain biking game. It's a lot of fun, this one, for the PlayStation. I don't normally pick up last gen games, but I've picked up a couple in this set of stuff. When I say last gen, I mean PS3 and 360 rather than older stuff, because of course I love all the retro stuff. So I decided to get DJ Hero, which you can see here, the turntable, and I've got the game as well. Picked up Actua Golf 3 because it was cheap, and I know that the Actua Golf games are pretty good. Part of the Actua Sports series from Gremlin. So yeah, had to pick this one up as well, guys. I've got Overdriving GTR. So after watching a Luke Morse video, he played this game. This is essentially Need for Speed, but it's a Nissan version of Need for Speed with Nissan GT cars or GTR model of cars. So when you actually play it, it looks very much like the Need for Speed game that we've come to know, that was known as Overdriving in Japan. So yeah, pick this up because it's pretty cool. And got Actua Ice Hockey 2. I remember playing a demo of this on a demo disc on the PlayStation back in the day. Really liking it. It's a not for resale version. And yeah, quite like this game, so I thought I'd pick this one up as well because it was cheap. Again, part of the good old Actua Sports series. And Pool Sharks, you can see this one's also part of the Actua Sports series, even though it doesn't have the Actua title on it. This alternative title to this game was actually Actua Pool. It does exist as Actua Pool as well. But I got this because this game is actually, you know, kind of uncommon. I've not seen this around at all on my travels at various points to retro game shops. Got the classic GTA 3 for the PlayStation 2. Not really too much to say about that. I didn't have this. Oh, I just dropped it. I had it in my collection originally back in the day. When I had to clear out of games going back to sort of 2006, I ended up selling this along with my PS2. So I thought I'd pick this back up again. And lastly, on the PlayStation 3, I've picked up MotorStorm Pacific Rift. Again, a good game. Sequel to the first MotorStorm game that I really like. And I've got on my collection already. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I've got these two cables in front of you here. You've got the ordinary composite, and that's actually an RGB SCART lead. The reason I've got these out is because something was drawn to my attention when a good friend of mine, Rob, he's started picking up retro games and systems now. He's got his own little retro project going on, which is awesome. He went to one of his local retro game shops and he asked them about an RGB SCART cable, specifically RGB SCART, because we'd had a discussion and I said to him, it's the best kind of cable to get. So that was what he was going in there for, to see if they had one. I think it might have been for the N64, because Rob's also picked up one of the RGB modded N64s that I've got. Or it might have been a PlayStation RGB SCART cable. I can't remember which one Rob mentioned. But anyway, the guy in the shop said to Rob, there's no difference between that or that going into a SCART connector, because you can actually get a composite to SCART block adapter, because I've got one of those, or having an RGB SCART cable for that system. Now, if we're talking about using old school CRT TVs, then I can kind of get what the guy in the shop's saying, because with the old school screen, you're not necessarily going to see, you know, a huge amount of difference between using composite and using RGB. There'll be a difference because the picture will be sharper, the colours will be completely crystal clear. They won't be bleeding into each other, because that's a common thing with composite, because it's sending all the video information down this one cable, this one wire here, whereas with RGB it keeps it all separate. So it won't be as apparent on a CRT, but Rob, like me, is using a plasma or an LCD, might even be LED in Rob's case, high definition television. So yeah, this will make a difference, and I explained that to Rob. My cat's going to say hi again. I did say I'd probably feature them a bit more in my videos. But yeah, so there is a difference, and the second part of this video, I've taken two consoles, my RGB Modded N64, there he is, and also my Super Nintendo, my standard PAL Super Nintendo, and I've captured a bit of footage of composite and RGB SCART from both of these machines, so you can have a look for yourselves and decide for yourselves. And then I had a thought, literally after I did those bits of video, you know, I probably should have done a better console than those two, because, I mean, sure, the RGB on the N64 is really, really good. It definitely makes a difference, and it looks nice and sharp, and the colours look great. But because of the anti-aliasing that Nintendo did on the N64, you know, the difference isn't going to be that apparent, you know, due to a bit of a lack of sharpness because of the anti-aliasing that's going on. And on the Super Nintendo, it's pretty well known that the RGB that the Super Nintendo puts out isn't actually that great. So I may have made a bit of a mistake there with that one, and I should probably have shown you the Sega Mega Drive, you know, rigged up. I mean, I could use my Mega Drive 2 because I've got a composite and I've got an RGB SCART cable for the Mega Drive 2. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this last bit of video footage, guys, and I'll catch you again soon. Thanks for watching.
It's me, Mario. Hello. Press start to play. Press start to play. It's me, Mario. Hello.
Hadouken! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Hadouken! 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 Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Hadouken! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Hadouken! 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 Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom!